Welcome to History Curiosities channel. In this channel, I'll be discussing some of the most curious events in history. From strange coincidences to unbelievable feats, these stories will leave you amazed. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. The possible causes of death of Queen Elizabeth I. Queen Elizabeth Tudor marked a milestone in the English monarchy. Every March 24th, the anniversary of his death is commemorated. His death was an enigma because the cause is not known exactly. Shortly before dying, she prohibited an autopsy. So there are many speculations that have arisen about it. Maybe you are surprised to know that the theory that charges more strength is that makeup was the cause of his death. Others believe it was due to the ring I have been wearing from the moment of its coronation, and that she never removed during his more than 40 years in power. But let's not waste any more time and see what were those possible causes that caused the death of Queen Elizabeth I of England. Before getting in depth, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and activate notifications to keep up with our updates. The makeup. In the 16th century, it was very common to see women with ghostly style makeup. And logically Queen Elizabeth I also used that style. But beyond the coquetry or frivolity of the type of makeup, Elizabeth was pale and red-headed, just like her father. She always wore expensive costumes and many jewels. From the beginning of his reign, she showed a soft face like porcelain, totally white. That type of makeup was associated with the nobility. However, it was very difficult to get such perfection. The Queen used the most expensive cosmetic of the time and the best quality. It was a Venetian product that marked a trend in Italy. Although it is known that she was already used in the dust by the women who lived during the Roman Empire in the 5th century before Christ. Paradoxically, this cosmetic was also the one that caused irreversible damage to the skin of the monarch. This product contained polluting components, such as mercury or chromium. In addition, the Queen used egg white to adhere the product to her face. She spent weeks with that makeup due to how difficult it was to apply this cosmetic. So the combination of these components could cause a deadly mixture, which was devouring little by little his meat and neck. Unfortunately, all this is that the pores of the skin of each part of his face were closing. As for her eyes, the Queen used dust known as a tail whose main compound was also lead. Elizabeth took the makeup with mercury, the only compound capable of eliminating everything that is applied. And although she left his skin soft, its toxicity is extremely dangerous. Being heavy metals, they tend to look at brain tissues. The Queen suffered from smallpox in October 1562. Fortunately, she managed to survive when everyone thought it would not spend a week after presenting a lot of fever. With the makeup, the Queen hid the obvious traces that the disease had caused on her face. She had numerous holes on her face, in addition to the numerous makeup applications. He also wanted to hide the wrinkles of age, so the lead layers were increasingly thick. This caused the Queen to contract Satanism's disease. It was so much the degree of toxicity in the skin that reached its bloodstream. Elizabeth I lost her hair and her skin was depigmented. Irregular shapes on the skin, and also suffered from depression and memory loss. All these symptoms she presents until the end of her days. The Queen's skin was detached by layers, and that was painful and traumatic. Her appearance depended more and more on lead makeup that avoided the bad comments and hoaxes the people. It should also be noted that at that time women were not candidates to occupy such important positions. She knew that she could not demonstrate weakness, and that's why she began using wigs. This fact was unknown until Roberto Eras, Count of Essex. He stated in 1599 that the Queen was practically bald. Mercury's application caused his teeth to also be affected. In addition, the Queen was a lover of sweets and made her dental pieces black and chopped. This fact has great transcendence, since it caused its entire court to paint black teeth. That way she would not be the only one with the problem. Elizabeth was forced to smile without showing her teeth to avoid bad comments. She also prohibited portraits in which any imperfection was perceived. The great artists of the time had to flaunt their creativity, showing smooth and soft skin, without imperfections. Today it is known that lead can reach the blood, kidneys, liver, and even bones through blood. When lead is found in the bones, it tends to accumulate in the teeth, and that explains the state of deterioration of the dental pieces. The ravages caused by lead in the Queen's skin, in her teeth, and in the rest of her body were immersing her in depression. In addition, this deepened when the Queen's faithful subjects were dying. Since Elizabeth began to look alone. National Geographic states that Queen Elizabeth lived tormented after having ordered the execution of her cousin Mary. All these events point to the theory that the Queen died due to her Great Depression. The ring. The Queen did not remove the ring that her mother's face had during the 44 years of mandate, since she loved her deeply. A few days before the Queen died, the doctors advised her to take off her ring. The ring was almost cutting his finger, which could have poisoned the blood. The Queen rejected the suggestion and prohibited the exhumation of her body. Many say that the decision to prohibit autopsy could be due to the fact that they did not want it to be seen as it was. It is also believed that she could be due to the fact that the Queen did not want her to know about her virginity. It is said that other diseases, such as cancer, bacteria infection, or pneumonia probably caused the death of the Queen. In recent years of life, she hardly had strength, she was immersed in a very deep depression and almost did not let doctors the checkbook. Even with his sadness and physical exhaustion, Elizabeth I refused to stop fulfilling her Queen's responsibilities. Shortly before falling on the cushions that her servitude had for her, she was standing for 15 hours in a row until his body could not hold it. On the morning of March 24, 1603, at approximately 2 hours, the Queen died. During his funeral, the Queen's body gave off a bad smell due to the high concentrations of lead and mercury she had. Such was the degree of toxicity that, according to the testimony of one of the ladies of the Queen, the body of Elizabeth I exploded inside her coffin. That event that is known today is explosive coffin syndrome. We hope this video has been useful to you. If you have something to add, please share it with us in the comments section. Give this video and send the link to your relatives and your best friends, so that they also know more about the possible causes of the death of Queen Elizabeth I. Thanks for watching. If you found this video interesting, make sure to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. We'll be back soon with more curiosities from history.